Pete Carroll's the oldest coach in the NFL.
Yeah, but look at Pete Carroll and look at Pete Carroll still chewing his fucking gum like a camel. He's out there. He's got his hands on his knees looking down.
Yeah.
Belichick, I feel like he forgets where he is half the time. He's as close to Biden as in the NFL as we have a coach.
All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to 2 and 6 Sports, your favorite podcast for unfiltered sport banter fueled by our passion and a six-pack. We're diving deep into the latest headlines, game breakdowns, and fiery opinions across the sports world. So grab a drink and dive into the action with us on 2 and 6 Sports. This week I'm here with my buddy. We got Josh Pilardi over here. Big Josh.
What's up,
He's the local Patriots fan here in the office. Although, as JP would like to say, local. What do you mean, local?
Local, I live locally.
Yeah, we're all Patriots fans here. It's been hell for me living in the middle of Patriots Nation, working with JP, Milton, all my biggest rivals for sports and whatnot.
100%.
Yeah.
What caused you to be an Eagles fan? You from Philly or
An
you just
Eagles
one of those
fan.
weirdos?
Well,
I assume Eagles. I mean, I watched the show.
of course. So, an Eagles fan. Well, basically, I think I was in 7th grade, 6th grade, maybe. I think maybe a little bit younger. But it was the Donovan McNabb days, the Eagles. You remember him?
Of course, I remember
Big Mac,
McNabb.
the Campbell's Chunky
I'm
Soup.
passive, but I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? I know my shit. The Campbell's Soup, number 7?
Yeah. Those are the days. I don't remember if he was 7 or not.
He was 7.
I remember Michael Vick was 7 when Vick was in the Eagles.
Damn, bro. Talk about classic.
McNabb was 5.
Okay, I knew it was single digits. Give me some credit. I knew it was single digits.
Yeah, you can picture the number 5 on that midnight green, dude. Oh, man, it was sleek. But, so I guess 7th grade, I just started... I was watching the playoffs, I think, and I had some sort of science project that I was doing in the NFL playoffs were on. I didn't really know what the hell was happening. And
that memory just stuck.
Yeah, I saw the Eagles jerseys, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool jersey. You know, you're a little kid, so the first thing that attracts you to a team is usually going to be like the jersey, you know?
Yeah, when I was growing up, I was actually, shout out to Milton, but I was a big Niners fan. And the only reason, it was some random-ass reason, I remember being in like 5th grade, and for Christmas, I had gotten some stupid 49ers lunchbox. But I didn't really know football. And then when I was like, oh, this is football, I recognized that logo. And then up until I was, 11, like I was just a Niners fan. Or up until the Pats started winning.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, if you started a Niners fan, what made you turn into a Patriots fan? They started winning?
So I was a Niners fan until the first football game I ever watched with my dad was when we played the Packers in a Super Bowl. So like that memory, immediately I was a Pats fan. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh, this is cool. I'm with my dad. At the time, I was just a kid. Like my dad's over here with all his homies. They're drinking, like they're yelling, we're cheering.
You're like, this is what's awesome. This is what adults do, right? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So I was like, all right, cool. And this is like, all right, this is our football team, local. And then I don't know, man. It definitely made it easy to continue to root for them as they got better. But I was a fan in the Drew Bledsoe days. I remember very vividly when that whole, when he got cracked and Brady came in.
Ooh,
and it was,
man, he got cracked.
Put it this way, I had been to a few Pats games before we had Brady, so I'm not, new like that.
Okay,
but it's tough to find anybody under 40 that was a fan before they were good, because like, dude, it fucking lasted forever. But
there aren't any. Yeah, I remember. I first started. I probably was a Patriots fan, honestly, before I was an Eagles fan, because I remember watching Doug Flutie with my parents.
You messed that one up. I mean, it's been good lately.
Yeah, I know. I hopped off the train right before the meteoric rise, right?
Oh, this team sucks. We get a new one.
Well, I don't think it was that. It was just
you might have been the fucking jinx, dude. Oh,
I could have been. Yeah, I was the lucky charm for you guys. Of course you can swear. What are you talking about, dude? We're drinking beers.
Didn't JP say that? Well, these are seltzers, but you're right. Didn't JP ask the same question last week? Oh, sorry, could I swear? And I remember
he goes, the asshole of the week. He called he made it way worse, right?
Yeah.
Way worse than Jackass. All right, so let's rip right into this, man. Let's start with the MVP race. I don't know if you've been keeping up to date right now, but we got Milton's boy Brock Purdy. Milton's got 2 MVP candidates on his team.
The problem is, man, it's tough to make a case not for Brock. And I don't know if necessarily I agree with it, but he's the clear favorite. He's the betting favorite. And typically, man, the guys in Vegas aren't very wrong. Mm-hmm. I think he's like minus 200 or minus 250 to win it, which is crazy. I don't remember ever seeing like an MVP race that it's like a runaway. And I remember watching, your episode in it. You made a good point about how can you, if you have one MVP, how can you have 2 MVP candidates on the same team? It shows that either one of them is not as valuable as
It's
the
tough,
MVP
right?
brings.
What I found is I think it's like it's weird
Brock,
because
I mean, a lot of people can do what he's doing. Man.
yeah, that's the thing. It's like I feel like if you put on the tape and you watch Brock, he's like basically my size. He's a small guy, so it's just like we watch him.
Crazy attributes.
Yeah, we watch him and we're like, I could do that. Anyone could do what he's doing. He's just processing quickly. But then it's just like, all right, well, are we belittling how difficult it is to read a defense and to do all this quickly and to find the right guy to go to? Because I mean, I'm stuck. I honestly don't know. I try to give the MVP candidate to someone else.
Hard.
Well, but this is the thing is, I feel like with this year, it's so weird, and the quarterback play has been so bad across the league.
Yeah, it's easy to look like a stud.
Yeah, not only that, but I think with Brock's numbers and whatnot, you kind of have to try to not give him the MVP. Like if you were to just look at everything, just blank slate really quickly in 5 seconds to be like, oh well, this guy's the MVP, and then
what's he sitting at right now? 29 and 7 picks. He's got almost 30 touchdowns, right?
He leads the league in passing yards, I believe.
Yeah,
and he has the fewest pass attempts. So that's a good stat, you know.
Well, one of the other cool stats I noticed is he's like a full yard more than the average attempt. You know what I mean? Like the average pass completion. I'm sorry. I think the league average, like normally, is in like 7.5, 8, and he's over 9.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even like he's dumping them off all the time. You know, he's
a conundrum, man. He's a conundrum. I don't know what to think. I'll tell you what, I'm not rooting for him though. I'm rooting for Tyreek Hill. I don't want to see a 49er take the MVP on him.
Yeah, I can understand why.
I'll take Tyreek. You know, he was never proven guilty in the court of law of hitting his kids, so I don't mind rooting for him.
Kids, bro. I don't give a shit who he is. Like I got kids, man. Don't come at me for hitting them. You want to not
understand?
Yeah, you want to not hit kids? Have your own kids.
Yeah. All right.
Damn, already through one, bro. Woof.
I think it's harder and harder as we get deep into the season to even have this MVP conversation, just because it's so clearly one of those 49ers. And it frustrates the hell out of me.
Well, I think he's the only option. I can't imagine a world where McCaffrey gets it. I just don't see it.
No, running back? No. Because he's just – and the thing with McCaffrey's stats is he's like a dual threat. So he's not piling up stats in rushing or receiving. He's doing it in both, so they're both like lower, you know? So it's like he doesn't have that eye-popping rushing number.
Yeah. All-purpose yards is not usually a
exactly. So, man, if you had to end it today, it probably would go to Brock as much as it fucking pains me.
You feel like Dak's getting overlooked?
It.
He's putting up a lot of points this year. Nah.
No. I mean, I know I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm obviously Dak's a bum anyway. But
yeah, my boy DeVito.
Oh man, Tommy Salami.
Dude, he's so fun.
Tommy Cutlets.
I love when you get kind of like respectfully, you know, like a nobody that just something goes viral.
It's fun.
And now that's I was talking to an Eagles fan today, just, you know, with work, and I was like, man, how fun. That's the word I used. How fun is this guy to watch? How fun is it to see his silly dad and his agent all Italian the fuck out?
Yeah,
looks like they got a goddamn, grinder in their pocket, bro. Yeah.
Tommy Cannoli.
He's got the black turtleneck with a gold chain and the fucking.
Yeah, the guy's a legend over there on the sideline. I saw some viral pictures of him the other day of when he was younger, his agent.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, stud, dude. Stud.
Oh, I can't imagine.
He's over there now, like that big smile. You know what? Slightly off topic, but I love seeing older people who are genuinely happy. And like Tommy DeVito's agent, you see him on that sideline. That gentleman he's genuinely happy.
Dad, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
DeVito's dad. I think the agent's a young one, right?
No, I thought I could be totally wrong, but I saw images of a fellow in a suit.
That was the agent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. But
when
he kissed his dad, I don't think his dad was wearing a suit. But I don't think his agent looked that old, did he? Maybe I'm off.
Maybe 50-ish.
Oh wow, it looks good for 50. Maybe
I could be totally wrong.
My fucking perspective of age must be way off. And I thought it was like maybe 40.
There's a lot of high noons later that we're discussing this, so I could be wrong entirely. But
touche.
Yeah, like the legend of Tommy Cannoli, Tommy Cutlets. It's fun. It's like Gardner Minshew with Minshew Mania.
Oh yeah,
with the mustaches and everything. Everyone in the crowd's got mustaches.
Kirk Cousins had a fun year. You like that?
And especially after he came out on the plane. Doing he had the fucking chains on and everything, his shirt off.
From Deshaun, you remember that?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, everyone likes that kind of a story, you know? Yeah. I wouldn't mind if Brock Purdy just started living in a van like Gardner Minshew. Then I'd actually I'd get on board. You know, Minshew lives in a van outside the gym. Oh, yeah.
That's fucking wild.
He switches between a van and an RV. And he lives in it.
What's his logic behind it?
Freedom, baby.
Closer?
Freedom.
No debt. I like it.
Yeah. He goes to the gym, goes to the beach. I think he plays volleyball with old ladies, he said. Like.
Got to get it in how you can.
He just likes that style of life. I got no hate towards him. Do you ever just want to just drop everything and RV across the country?
I mean, I never did. I have kids now, so I think about it a lot more. You know what I'm saying? I can certainly see the appeal, man. I think we just get older, and the older you get, the more you start to realize stuff doesn't matter too much. The time and the freedom does. So I would say I probably think about it a lot more in the past 5 years than I have my whole life.
Dude,
just no commitments, no mortgages, no ties to anything.
Oh yeah,
just like, all right, I feel like being at the beach. What would be nice for the next couple weeks? The fucking mountains. Let's go to Colorado.
You ever want to get into a good YouTube rabbit hole? Type in van life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. These people like spend thousands and thousands of dollars customizing their vans with like little fucking cabinets and
to
like
make it livable.
kitchens. Yeah. All these little things that you wouldn't think about until you're actually living in it, and then you're like, oh, this would be nice if I could do this, and then they'll customize it for that specific situation. It's just, whew, man, you could waste days in that rabbit hole.
Because look, it's what happens. You get older too. My kids are a little older. They'll be off to college or doing their thing soon. Who knows, man? I sell solar anyway.
Hey, dude, maybe we'll both invest in an RV together and become
take the show on the road.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll become fucking Jets fans, but that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, you don't want to be a
Everybody
Jets
I know
fan.
that's from New York too is a Giants fan.
But it's gonna match the persona, right? Like so if you're living in a van, what's your favorite football team? It's gonna be a weird team.
It
right?
depends why you're living in a van.
Well,
if you're living in a van because that's your only option, Jets fan. You know what I mean? If you're making the choice, I'll be honest. You're almost more like a Niners fan. That's real, like hipster kind of style.
That's very true.
There, San Francisco.
Yeah, no, I like that way of looking at it.
If you don't have a choice, Jets, bro. It's like nobody not from that part of New York is a Jets fan. You just don't have a choice. You're born into it.
Unfortunately, poor Gary V. You think he still wants to buy the Jets? I think that's still his goal.
I don't know. Maybe before Favre went down in warm-ups, like.
Oh, poor A-Rod. He could actually come back.
I said Favre.
You said Favre. It's all right. Yeah, he's modern day Favre.
He's healing so crazy fast. It doesn't make sense. He's 100 years old and he's like already throwing and working out.
We'll see. They opened the practice window for him, so that means that if he doesn't, if he's not activated, I believe within this 21-day window, then he's done for the whole year. So
it's probably good that they didn't do semi-well and have a shot at making the playoffs or making a run because he probably would have pushed it and fucked himself up.
But how epic would that be? Wouldn't that be a Hollywood story?
Dude, it would be literally like when Favre came back with that 1 year and played for, was it Minnesota? And like almost took them to the Super Bowl. You remember that shit?
I remember that shit.
Yeah, that was
Favre
fun.
days were fun because it was very good to the Eagles,
fun,
Man. I'll never forget Favre. Just speaking of Jackass, we'll move on to the Jackass of the week here. But a good Jackass memory is I remember in the playoffs, I think it was like 2005 or 2006, something like that.
Yeah.
Brett Favre was playing against the Eagles, and the Packers were losing. And Brett Favre, it was like the fourth quarter, a couple of minutes left. Brett Favre's trying to drive his team down the field to give him a chance. And I'll never forget, he rolls out of the pocket. So they snap the ball. Brett Favre rolls out of the pocket to the right, and he closes his eyes, and he throws up a bomb.
Just
and
a prayer.
You see the replay. His eyes are closed when he's throwing it.
That's hilarious.
Dude, it was great. If you type in the Brett Favre eyes closed throw, you'll find it's hilarious.
I'm sure it comes up 1,000 times. So you do a Jackass of the week.
That's right, baby. We're doing a Jackass of the week.
One more?
So
maybe like a Jackass all time. I'd like to know what you think of the most epic Jackass moment is.
Oh, of course. I mean, all time Jackass. I mean,
I think I got two that are up there. I'll listen to yours first.
Oh boy! All right, if we're gonna go all time, real quick, off the cuff. All-time Jackass. I might have to go Antonio Brown. That's the first name that comes to mind.
Oh, that's not even one play. That's just like, dude, life Jackass.
Yeah. It's a life Jackass.
Okay.
It's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Would it be too much if I said Junior Seau? That was pretty bad.
Junior Seau. Oh, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. I wouldn't even necessarily go with Jackass. That's just, oh God, it was so embarrassing and cringy.
Yeah.
Right? He made up. He lied about having a girlfriend. And
that was Manti Te'o, bro.
Junior
Seau.
Oh, what was Junior Seau?
Maybe I shouldn't say it on the air. He's no longer with us. We'll just say that.
What did he do? He committed suicide.
He did.
Did he drive off a?
I think he did some wild shit.
I don't even remember.
Did he drive off a bridge or a cliff or something?
I remember he had CTE. And
they all do, bro. Of course.
Well, yeah.
I guess you actually Hernandez. Holy shit, man! How is he not? If we're going just pure level, I was thinking one play, but you took it to a deep level.
So speaking of Hernandez and CTE, that guy, he had legal problems in college. So I don't know how much CTE had to do with it. I think CTE might just be like the trigger that allows your fucking psycho personality to come out. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It really affects the part of the brain that controls impulses and shit. You know.
Maybe some people just have worse impulses, right?
Maybe. I mean, I went down this weird rabbit hole for rabies the other night, and I know,
what the fuck?
But it's because like the disease, what it does is it fucks with the brain that controls impulses.
Okay.
You know, that part of the brain. So it's like there's something with CTE, or they wouldn't be studying the fuck out of it.
True.
He's like, I don't believe in it. They're just psychos, dude.
Imagine if CTE was the start of the new zombie apocalypse.
So I thought that's where you were kind of getting at. Like maybe it's something that we all have, and you just don't know it until they're able to crack your head open when you're dead and check.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Oh, no,
everybody's already infected, and then when you die, it comes out.
I don't think it works that way. That'd be fucking horrifying if it did, though. If all you had to do was just bump into something the wrong way, and all of a sudden you're a murderer.
Amazingly delicious.
Incredible. You never had those?
This. I know. I have, but dude, I'm on some strict diet right now, and this is a little sugary, so.
Oh yeah, dude, butterscotch.
Definitely having one.
Butterscotch is incredible.
Drinking fucking caramel and butterscotch.
I love butterscotch.
They have all kinds of goody ones too, like the
root beer.
The root beer.
Root beer is a good one.
They have orange cream.
Whoa, that's my style. I like orange cream. Hate menthol.
You don't like the regular McGillicuddies? Because if you do, and you ever feeling like ballsy, you ever try Rumplemints?
Rumplemints?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, it tastes just like McGillicuddies, but it's 100 proof. Bad.
Woo! That's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
That's dangerous. Just like my jackass of the week, as you can see on screen, Nick Sirianni. This fucking jackass. So, all right. So we have a phrase here that we say at work. It's called beat the refs, right?
Yeah, of course.
You know what beat the refs means? Yeah.
Just be so good, it doesn't matter what they do. I was giving my son a lecture yesterday. He had a tough game, complaining about the refs. Like, bro, beat the ref. Read QBQ. I sound like Gocher talking to my kid.
No, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. Beat the refs. So let's take a look at the game plan here for the Philadelphia Eagles. So it just came out in an interview this week that Nick Sirianni's plan here, after this play, it's coming up. Nick Sirianni's plan for this last play of the game, where Jalen Hurts throws the ball up to A.J. Brown here. He said his plan was to go for a penalty, to purposely underthrow that ball so A.J. Brown could come back to it and the refs would throw a flag. So that's your plan? That's your game-winning plan, is to rely on the refs to throw a flag? Why don't you scheme up a good play?
So listen, I don't disagree with you, right? To be fair, if A.J. Brown executes there, it works. He doesn't come back for the ball. He falls on his back. Because they always call the flag there when it's underthrown and you go back to get it. The defender doesn't turn around.
Of course, yeah. Like they're not.
Again, I'm not saying it's a good plan, but everything worked except A.J. Brown going back to the ball.
See, the only thing with this is like it's a plan. It was a plan for a reason. Like obviously underthrowing balls. The Eagles do it all the time though. Yeah. That's what's frustrating about it. Is like it's coming. Is Jalen looks bad this year. Because the offense,
he doesn't look great.
No, but the offensive, they're telling him where to throw it. So like he'll be missing reads that are right in front of him. People are like, "Oh, Jalen can't read the field."
Because his mind's already made up.
They're telling him throw deep down there. Like that's the game plan. The Eagles' offense is run by analytics now. It's fucking ridiculous. So my jackass of the week is the Eagles' analytics department, Nick Sirianni, Brian Johnson, and everyone else involved with that Eagles' offense. Jalen Hurts is the only adult in the room there.
Don't disrespect Jason Kelce.
Well, Jason Kelce doesn't come up with the game plan.
He touches the ball more than anybody.
I love me some Kelce. You kidding me? That's what do they call him? Right. Sexy Batman?
Do they? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool, to see the perfect timing. It almost feels like it's set up. The Kelce brothers and the Taylor Swift thing and the Netflix documentary. It's like, or whatever their documentary is on. It's kind of like, is this just luck of the draw?
Yeah, it is.
You think so?
Kelsey's been a personality for years. It's just that he hasn't been a national personality. Like
I'm talking about the timing, though. You think the timing of, hey, here comes a documentary, and also, all right, Taylor Swift is going to hook up with the brother.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Very convenient for all eyes to be on
Well,
everybody.
they probably whipped that documentary together really quick, or if they were producing it before the T-Swizzle stuff happened, they probably just expedited the whole process to make sure that they could ride the wave, you know?
For sure. But I actually, like, I love it. A lot of people complain about, the camera showing her. First of all, I like seeing Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I don't think she's the best looking girl in the world. I think Travis Kelce was doing better before her, but I'm never going to be like, oh, man, she's ugly. I don't give a shit who dates who, you know? Why anyone would have an opinion about that is ridiculous.
She's bringing so many fucking eyes to the game, though, which is great for the NFL.
Oh, yeah,
You know
dude,
what I
big
mean?
bucks.
Like,
Kidding me?
hell yeah. She's got all kinds of people that never thought about football watching it.
Uh-huh.
And who cares why they're watching it? They're watching it, which is good.
That's why I can't wait for Taylor Swift to get into crypto. Yeah.
I can't wait to get her on the podcast. It's gonna be phenomenal, bro.
Wouldn't that be something? T-Swizzle. What color makeup would you have her wear? Would it be dark or red? You'd tell her a theme?
Make like lipstick?
Yeah.
I'm not really a lipstick guy, man. You know?
That's what T-Swizzle does, man.
Oh yeah, it's always super
bright red, bright blue. I like the darker colors.
I'm not really a lipstick guy. I mean, I've been, same woman 17 years, and she's never worn lipstick, so it's kind of just not a thing to me.
It's
but when
weird.
I see it,
it's weird. Tastes weird. It feels weird.
Yeah, you shouldn't wear it.
I definitely shouldn't wear it. No.
But it's like it's got that weird tech, and it's just weird. Like it gets on your teeth. It's like fucking paint on your mouth.
It's
like,
very weird. Yeah.
Like she's a chapstick. Like, every now and then a little touch of lip gloss. I can deal with that. But
you think about it, makeup's a weird thing in general, right?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Super
I'll
weird.
scroll these TikToks, and it's like, oh, you got to go home and fucking really.
A lot of the time, if I see a good-looking girl, she usually looks better without makeup.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's really what you look like,
That's very true.
You're
yeah,
catfishing the entire world.
Yeah. You can't polish poo.
No shit. Bro. It's what my jackass of the week, though. Honestly, I didn't really dissect the way you did, but I was just gonna say kind of the Eagles in general. You're not supposed to lose to Seattle.
Nope, you're not.
I was kind of shocked. I fell asleep in the third quarter. When I woke up, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way this dude is just winning the game for them. And this is a Super Bowl caliber team. But what are you
That's 3 in a row, man. We went from the number 1 seed 3 weeks ago to the 5 seed.
Do you think it's just a bad few weeks, or are they just kind of getting exposed here?
Honestly, you know what I think it is? Excuse me.
Overthinking silly.
We're going to talk a little bit more about it once we get into the Eagles. I'll give you a little spoiler here, though. I think they've been this way all year. I don't think that
We've just been pulling out some dubs.
Yeah, I think you got to have some luck to.
They played week 1, right, against Kansas
Patriots.
City.
They played the Patriots week 1.
Who beat Kansas City week 1?
Detroit. The Lions.
Detroit's sneaky good this year. These fucks, bro.
They're good, dude. Detroit's good.
Sneaky.
Dan Campbell, their coach, he's a fiery bastard,
bro,
dude.
Is it just me, or is Baltimore not getting the hype they should be getting also?
Yeah, they're not.
Are they the 1 seed in the AFC? And I feel like when I'm talking to people about football, or when you're watching highlights, they're not sticking out. I don't know.
I mean, people don't look at
obviously, but
they look at Baltimore and say, well, Lamar Jackson's the quarterback, and he's a running quarterback. That's what people will say. I'm one of those people, by the way. I don't think Lamar can make it to a Super Bowl.
Shit.
And his offense, there's no stars.
Kaepernick did.
Kaepernick did, but in the same way that Nick Foles did.
Cam did.
This is the thing. Cam. All right, I'll give you Cam.
It's so wild to remember how good Cam was, man, and how quick his drop was.
Cam was like if LeBron James could play quarterback. Like his probably. You know what? It's probably bigger. Cam was probably bigger than LeBron. Oof. Cam was fucking huge. How tall is Cam?
That seems like an easy thing. What is LeBron? 6'10"?
No,
6'8"? Maybe I don't fucking know.
I couldn't even tell you. I don't know, but I'm just telling you.
Cam is definitely a big fella, though. He's got a cool podcast. You ever check it out?
I have not.
Yeah, he's all fucking dressed up like like an OG 50s pimp.
So Cam's, all right. So actually, LeBron's 4 inches taller than Cam. Wow.
But Cam is a thick fucking
dude. I saw this video of Cam on vacation one time. And he's just like in some like tropical paradise. I don't know. He's just dancing around. Everyone else looks like midgets around him.
I mean,
can I say
big,
that?
Bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that go by. I don't know. Yeah. Little people. Everyone else is little people.
But yeah, man. I don't even fucking
I
remember.
wanted to give you my all-time jackass though.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. I
So
gave
I
you
was-
Antonio Brown. What do you got?
Well, I don't go with like life. I'm just talking about two like plays, I guess.
Okay, I
that
got you.
stuck out,
Less
yeah.
personal. Okay.
Obviously, yeah. Yeah, like one would definitely you have to put the butt fumble up there.
Ooh,
I don't
Sanchez?
Yeah, man. You know what's funny, dude, is his rookie year, I picked him as my first QB in a fantasy. I was sold on him. Like, he's going to be all right, man.
USC, you know, I was a little hyped for him too.
Yeah.
Rex Ryan. Was that the year they made the playoffs?
They made the playoffs his year
rookie
one.
year?
Yeah.
Wow. That's the one year that you picked right then for him, you know?
And then the other jackass of all time is, do you remember that play, Indy against the Pats, where they lined up? Indy lined up,
That
bro,
weird
just a center
formation?
and a quarterback. Like, still to this day, nobody can ever explain what the hell was going on.
Nope. That shit was weird, dude. That shit was weird.
The weirdest.
I remember seeing that play for the first time, and I'm somebody who's unconventional just in general. I like unconventional things.
Sure.
So I was like, ooh, what
This
do we
looks
have
fun.
here? This could be interesting.
Yeah.
And then it happened. and
The
you-
more you watch it, the less sense it makes, unless they were trying to drum off sides.
I thought they were all going to run a route or something. All those dudes on the side. Like, you know.
But what? How? You're not going to have any time to throw it ever, bro. There's no blockers. There's a center and a quarterback.
I don't know. I remember seeing it, though, and it
Like,
got
this
more
is gonna
hype
be
than I ever
good.
thought it would,
Yeah.
right?
Pat McAfee was on the team, huh? What a stud. He was so fun to
Oh,
watch
Pat
as a punter.
McAfee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I call him, McAfee? Like the antivirus?
Yeah.
McAfee or McAfee?
Yeah, the antivirus for Windows.
Pat Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he was so fun, bro.
I mean, he's still fun. You watch his podcast. You watch.
I see. You know, I surprisingly I haven't got into it. I've watched a couple clips here and there. You know, and every time I watch him, I enjoy him. It's funny as shit. I just never actually committed to watching his podcast.
It's cool. I like the. Man, it's gotten a little bit too big in a way, I guess. So I think the
Corporate sponsors.
yeah,
you
the
kinda
things
gotta
they
tame
talk
yourself.
about aren't as like edgy. I guess, you know, like the days when it first came out. Those are some wild days.
Yeah, that's always one of our biggest fears, man. With our shit, is just like, not even a fear. We're just like, dude, we can never fucking sell out. But it's easy to sell out when the money's there.
All right,
You know, even Rogan, where like he's got his podcast and Spotify hit him with $100 million, and he's kind of tame now.
a little bit.
You can definitely tell where there's some things he can't get into.
I mean, yeah, the guests that he used to have on were definitely. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, since he moved to Spotify, I stopped watching, so I don't know what it's like anymore.
Yeah,
Really.
same. I mean, I've just recently started listening again. You know, just kind of like falling asleep and shit. But it's not the same. Like he'll never have Alex Jones on again.
Oh
You know,
God,
or
those were
like
the
that.
days.
The fucking best.
Those were the
bro.
days. Intergalactic child molesters.
Yes, bro.
Oh
It's
God.
like, dude, it was so fun to listen to him and Eddie
Miss
Bravo.
it.
Just
Oh
go
my
nuts,
God, that
dude.
day he was like, Eddie, come on, choke me out, Eddie, come on. He put me in a headlock, Eddie.
Yo, that's a good
Dude.
impression, dude.
Oh, it was the best. I miss those so much. Oh, Alex Jones is the best, dude. He was good. You know what one of my favorite episodes before we get back into the sports here is
Of,
Stephen
Rogan?
Molyneux. He was a Canadian astronaut, and he talks about it's literally
I
like
didn't know Canada had that kind of technology.
no, I didn't either.
What
I
the
didn't know
fuck,
Canadians
bro?
went to space.
Yeah, I thought they just got the internet.
But like it's that interview was like literally if you went to space and then came back and me and you were just talking about it. That's like how casual it was and formatted, but it was just like you get to hear all this
That's
like
so
experience
scary,
about
bro.
going to space.
Yeah.
That's a great one. If you're ever interested in like going back into the Joe Rogan time portal, look up Stephen Molyneux. All right, let's move on to the Patriots here.
All right.
I'm not a Patriots fan, so
Well, that was fun. Let's move on to the Eagles now.
yeah, the floor is yours. Anything Patriots, you know, how you became like you're like a
Yeah.
Patriots fan, how they're doing, how do you think they're going to do next year? Anything you want to talk about, Pats?
You know, obviously we went out of order. I kind of told you how I became a fan. But of course, you know, being a Pats fan from ages 12 to 5 years ago was always incredible.
5 years ago was that? Wow, Tom's been gone for 5
Right?
years.
17. Is that when he
17
went?
was his last. No, 18 was his last year because he won one more, didn't he?
Or in 23?
No, the 19 was his last year because he won another one after the Eagles beat him against the Rams, and then the next year he lost. They lost to the first round of the playoffs to the Titans,
Yeah.
I believe. So,
yeah, we did. We made it. And that's kind of when, when that happened, it was like, all right, we can kind of do this without him. We still made it. But holy shit, man. It's very surreal to be, because, listen, for the last 20 years, you don't know what, Pats fans, we didn't know what it was like to suck. And even the other teams, like the Red Sox and the Celtics and the Bruins, like they've had bad years, but overall, still contenders for the most part. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, dude. Boston sports
has been very, very generous to fans in the past 20 years. Obviously, the Pats taking the cake, but so to just not even just go, okay, well, we're not as dominant. We're just shit. Like, from first to worst, there's no other way to say. Who's worse than us right now? Carolina.
Maybe the Panthers, yeah.
That's it, though. And who?
Maybe Arizona.
Fuck.
Honestly, I'd rather be Arizona, though.
Yeah, bro. If you're bottom 5, it doesn't matter. You're just all shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I don't think there's a lot. The only thing that seems a little bright, like that just makes it worth watching a game, is the defense. Yeah. It's cool to watch the defense still play well, knowing that you suck. Like, you're not going to score any points.
It's inspiring in a way, right? Because they're not going to make the playoffs, but the defense still shows up.
Yeah. Well, dude, my son's football team this last year, it was, his very few kids put together at the last second. It didn't look like they were going to have enough to field the team. These kids got crushed. Every single game. Every single game. They knew. And I respect them more, right? Because my son has been on teams where they're like undefeated, blowing everybody out. But this year, they showed up every Sunday knowing there's no shot. They're getting their ass kicked, but they showed up every week to play. And I was like, yo, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah,
I would have quit after 3 games. I was like, fuck this, dude. I am out.
Oh, yeah, dude. I've been on a lot of those teams as a kid. Those fucking bad. I think I was on one playoff team as a kid.
Yeah, I'd just be in the stands looking forward for somebody to say something stupid so I can argue and maybe have fun there. I'm like, fuck you, don't talk about my kid.
Yeah. I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah.
South Park.
I did. I got into it one time. This guy was in the stands behind me, and my son, he threw a pick. And they're like, why they got him throwing 40 yards? He can't even throw 10 yards. I'm like, bro, watch your fucking mouth, man. Like, where your fucking kid sit on the bench, you loser. I should go slap him. No, I'm kidding. I didn't go that hard, but I was like, bro, I don't want to listen to you talk shit about my kid. Go sit somewhere else if you're going to talk shit, But it was tough. So, yeah, I mean, the fact that the Pats defense still shows up every week, it's promising. But I think that's where Belichick really thrives, man. We've always had good defenses, even when the offenses weren't that good. I will say this, man. I think even if it's not the correct move statistically, for the fans' sake and for us to just get a little shaken up, I think it's time for him to go.
Bill?
Yeah.
Time for Bill to go? You don't want him to finish with the Pats?
He's not going to recreate it. He's going to die soon. He's old. He doesn't have,
he's going to die soon, dude.
Does he have 7 years left in him or 5 years left in him?
7 years left? You think Bill's going to die in 7 years?
Not die.
He's
maybe
not that
die.
old.
Bro, he's got to be close to 70.
Are you talking about retire or die?
Whatever comes first, I don't know,
dude,
man. He's got to be close to 70. How old is he?
Pete Carroll's the oldest coach in the NFL.
Yeah, but look at Pete Carroll and look at Pete Carroll still chewing his fucking gum like a camel. He's out there. He's got his hands on his knees looking down. Yeah. Belichick, I feel like he forgets where he is half the time. He's as close to Biden in the NFL as we have a coach. But again, he might still have a few good years left in him, but I think you really spark fan support if we just shake things up and get somebody new in there.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to shake it up.
Because definitely, there was a debate for a while. Hey, is it Brady? Is it Bill? That got settled immediately. Brady's like, all right, we'll see. I'll go win a Super Bowl. You guys will be in last place.
I mean, to be fair, from an outside opinion, I think it was 75-25, Tom. I don't think it was 100% Tom.
Generous.
Well, think about it this way.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did. It's not like he went to some bum team and made him. He went to Tampa and they were dirty.
Those first 3 Super Bowls weren't Tom.
That was all defense. But
then again,
and Vinatieri.
A lot of it, and a lot of it was the team too. The talent on that team. You guys had stacked defenses. McGillis, Willie McGinnis, Teddy Bruschi, Ty Law,
Lawyer Malloy,
Roddy Harrison,
Troy Brown if we needed him.
Dude, you got right. Troy, get in there.
Rodney Harrison,
you guys are beating a team by 30
points. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Oh yeah, dude, the dirtiest player in NFL history. People used to hate him.
I would teach my son, like, that's a badass guy. I'd watch clips, and I'm like, dude, you see this, man? He's like, you see the fumble? Look at that pile. You get in there and you start pinching the back of people's calves and with fish hook, whatever you got to do, bro. Get that ball. I love that thing.
Dude, that's one of the scariest places to be, I'd imagine, on the bottom of those piles in the NFL.
Especially, man, because like a lot of times, dude, you're like face mask to face mask. It's taking them 11 seconds to pull somebody off you. It's an intimate moment with sweat and spit dripping in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
You know, meanwhile, this guy's fish hooking you, dude. It's like, fuck, man. You better hope you have a cup on. Yeah, somebody's flicking your sack, dude. It's wild under there.
Oh, you should have wore a cup, buddy.
But overall, yeah, I mean, I love the Pats. We suck, and I'm still going to be a Pats fan. You know, if I'll wait. Hopefully we're good again. It's going to be very, very hard, maybe nearly impossible to ever replicate, you know, that 20-year span.
That'll never happen again.
It's probably more like 2 8-year spans, you know?
But the thing was. You had 10 years in between where you didn't win anything. So,
but the crazy thing is even when we're not winning them, we're still going to one every 3 years, it feels like.
6 for 9 in Super Bowls. You know? We went to 9 in those 20 years.
Wild, bro. You know what that means, dude? Think about this number. So when Tom was on the fucking Pats, it is more likely that he's going to the Super Bowl than it is for Steph Curry to hit a three-pointer. Think about that. That's a wild number, dude. This dude was always there.
That is crazy. I mean, it was just, again, like half the time Tom was in New England, you guys were in the Super Bowl. That's fucking nuts to think about, honestly.
Was it 1 year he didn't make the playoffs? Right? The year after, was it 2002?
And you guys went 11-5 with Matt Castle when Tom tore his ACL.
Yeah,
and you didn't make the playoffs, which is fucking nuts. That's nuts to go 11-5 and not make the playoffs.
Yeah, so maybe it was twice because I think there was 1 year.
The year after the first Super Bowl.
Right, 2002, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2002-03, that season.
Yep. Those are the only two, I think.
Did we make the Super Bowl in 2008? Or did we make the playoffs after when he actually tore his ACL?
I think it was the year after. The year he tore his ACL, you guys didn't make the playoffs. But you went 11-5, though, without him.
It was twice we didn't make it.
The
year after the first Super Bowl, I think we probably went 9-7.
You didn't make it the first year after the Super Bowl when he beat the Rams.
His like sophomore hangover year.
Yep,
it was weird.
Yep, I don't remember anything about football that year. Who the fuck won? The Bucks.
The Bucks over New York? No,
the Bucks over the Raiders.
Okay.
Yep, that was the year that the Buccaneers beat the Eagles in the NFC Championship game.
I'm like the Bucks over New York, same fucking league. Who did New York? Oh, the Ravens. The Ravens. That's right. I remember. That was
Joe Flacco?
New York Giants, Baltimore Ravens. Best halftime show ever, bro.
What happened?
In Sync out there.
In Sync? Was that the one with Janet Jackson?
No. That was Justin Timberlake. That was... Oh, who was that?
That was the Panthers and the Patriots. The Janet Jackson one?
It was, yes.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm talking way back, you know. Giants, Baltimore Ravens.
Who did that?
In Sync, I'm telling you.
In Sync. Oh.
Yeah, I think it might have been In Sync and Aerosmith.
Aerosmith, I bet would have been cool. You know what? I bet would have been cool.
Just like secondary to In Sync, bro. The GOAT.
Bon Jovi should have done one in the early 2000s when the Pats were in the Super Bowl. How fucking epic would that have been for Pats fans?
Why, is he from Mass?
Yeah.
Bon Jovi? I didn't know that.
I mean, he owns the Philadelphia Soul, the arena football league.
I did know that, which is some weird random thing to know.
Yeah, it's very random. I don't know where you'd find that out, right?
I think I just probably saw one clip when I was younger and be like, oh, I know that.
I mean, New Englanders know just random facts about Bon Jovi too, just because he's Bon Jovi. You see him in the stands with Robert Kraft all the time. Bobby.
Yeah, man. I went to a couple games when it was Foxborough Stadium. They just had the cold benches.
Whew, that sucks.
It was fun to me. I was just a kid at a football game.
Oof. Yeah, you don't know any better, right?
Yeah, it was good times, man.
I went to one football game my whole life. It was the Eagles versus the Patriots game when Sam Bradford came up here and led the Eagles and Chip Kelly. The Chip Kelly led Eagles with Sam Bradford as the quarterback.
What a fucking flop as a coach, though, huh? Like they thought he was going to be the next coming of Christ.
He sucked.
Didn't he? He had his strategy was that super fast, high tempo offense, right?
Yep, he wanted to run more
2-minute offense the entire game.
He wanted to run more plays than anybody else. That was his plan.
He's like, bro, get up, run the ball to the ref as fast as you can, and keep it going.
How old was I back then?
Imagine, was Chip his real name?
Chip Kelly? I don't know.
You can't have a kid and say, Chip. Just call him Chip.
Oh, that's kind of adorable, right? A baby. If you look at a baby, call him Chip.
I think it's going to be a tough life as a kid. Potato chip.
It could be worse.
Cheese doodle chip. Nope, that's not
Chip?
a thing.
It's not that bad. You ever see Chips and Poncho back in the day? The cop show on the motorcycles?
No way.
I met those guys at Comic-Con.
The name of that is just called Chips? No. What is the name of that show?
Yeah, it's just Chips.
Is it Chips?
Yeah.
They're like the cops on the police motorcycle.
Dude, and Poncho, the Spanish
it's not
guy.
Chips, bro. They just remade that with Michael Pena.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's called Chips? There's no way it's called Chips.
It's Chips and Poncho or something, right?
I don't know, man. You got me fucked
I don't know,
up now.
dude. I used to watch that
but
show.
I feel like I know
with my
what you're
grandmas.
talking about. Is it Chips, dude?
I mean, that was their names, Chips and Poncho.
You might be right.
Yeah. Dude, after school at my grandma's house, God rest her soul, you know? Watch that show after school, after 6th grade, Chips and Poncho. Those are the
That's
shit,
funny
dude.
you were watching it. So I used to go to I remember being a kid, dude, like 12 or 13, and I would go to my grandma. My grandma, my abuelita, she didn't speak English, and I'm not really fluent in Spanish, so like communicate would be tricky.
Are you Spanish?
Yeah, on my dad's side, he's Colombian.
Oh, so you're like 50% Colombian?
Yeah.
I never known.
Colombian, I'm more than anything because he was, they were born there, you know?
Check that out.
Like fled here, yeah. But, so she didn't speak much English. My dad passed away when I was young, so I would just still spend a lot of time with her. But there was not a lot of communication, you know, because we couldn't fucking talk. I would tell her when I was hungry. I would say, hey, I love you, you know, like, and I'd go in the room and watch movies. But I remember, like, you're watching Chips at your grandmother's. I was sneaking and watching porn because she had no idea what, like, you know, young boy American culture was. And I just remember it was like it was a VHS tape, dude. And I would always like, I would be watching it and have my ear at the door. So if I heard her walking, I'd put it out real quick and like put a different movie in. One time she caught me, dude. I started crying. I'm like, I thought it was The Lion King. I'm sorry.
That's an awkward moment to be in as a kid, I'll tell you that.
She's like yelling at me. I was like, I'm sorry. I thought it was The Lion King. Fucking lotion everywhere.
That's how I feel watching the Eagles games now.
Hey, you just jerk off to the Eagles, bro? Jesus.
It was a brilliant segue for me. I'm not going to spend too much.
Are we halfway there?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm. Yes, we are. I'm not going to spend too much time on this Eagles. I don't really have too much to say about it because
3 weeks in a row, you're saying the same.
Yeah, we've been playing like shit. Every press conference.
Can I offer you one?
You could offer me one, but I would decline just because I have to drive home. So
smart man.
Yep.
I'm walking, so.
Oh yeah, dude. If I was walking, dude, I'd get fucking hammered here with you. Trust me, I'd fall asleep in here. But yeah. So 3 games in a row. We're dropping 3 games in a row. We just lost to Drew Lock, and our coach is running an offense that it would rather rely on referees throwing penalty flags.
Still, that's so crazy.
Yeah, he's not
and
letting.
He's openly admitted that was the plan.
Yeah, that's what he said in a press conference this week. Isn't that incredible?
He's got to have CTE.
It's the
That's
dumbest
some shit you keep to yourself. I
don't know why you would say that. And this is the same week where we had all of our players lying about our defensive coordinator and keeping that under wraps because we fired our defensive coordinator in the beginning of the week and we tried just keeping that a secret until the game. So that way they would give us some sort of
secret from the press or from the players?
From the press. Oh, the players knew, obviously, because the new defensive coordinator had taken over, Matt Patricia. He used to be your defensive coordinator.
I would be so cool with him being maybe our next coach.
I like Matt Patricia as our defensive coordinator so far. The defense played better under him. But what I don't like is Nick Sirianni trotting out our old defensive coordinator, Sean Desai, for the press conferences at the beginning of the week when he knows he's already fired. So he's having this guy who you just fired. Imagine if someone just fired you.
It's humiliating.
Yeah, and then they had you do a press conference pretending that you weren't just fired. It's just like, what? That's not leadership.
That severance needs to be huge.
It's just not leadership, and it's just so frustrating as a fan to sit back and watch this. And then on the offensive side of the ball, none of us as fans can really even we're so mad and we don't even know where to direct our anger because the way the Eagles organization is you don't know who the fuck does what. There's the owner.
Accountability.
Yeah, there's the owner and there's the GM, Howie Roseman, excuse me. And the owner's son is the head of the analytics department. And the coaching staff gets their game plan from the analytics department gives them the numbers and shit before they come up with the game plan each week. So basically, the owner's son is coming up with the game plan.
Right. It's like Moneyball.
Yeah.
You ever see that movie?
Well, it's not like Moneyball because they're...
No?
Well, you know what? It isn't because that was pure analytics. The thing is with now, is every team is analytics driven. The same way that analytics kind of ruined baseball.
Except the fucking Pats, and that's why I think we want him out. I need him out, bro. Like, he's old school.
Sometimes a fresh start's just good. I remember when the Eagles fired Andy Reid.
17 with 7 minutes left, punting the ball, bro. I can't.
That makes
me so annoyed.
It makes zero sense.
While we're 3-100. You know, dude, losing this game doesn't matter. Like,
well, then you won last week, didn't you? Or 2 weeks ago, right?
Pittsburgh, yeah.
You shouldn't have won that game. Why'd you win it? You could have got a better draft pick.
I would never be in favor of losing out for a better pick.
I like that. Me too.
I just feel
I'm
like
the same way.
These motherfuckers are competitors at heart.
It's a real fan.
You know?
It's a real fan. You don't want to watch your team lose, even if you lose a draft pick.
You know what? The only thing that would make me feel good this year is being in a situation of the last game of the year where we can fucking knock somebody out of the playoffs. That would be
that's
sweet.
Fun.
That would
spoiler?
be sweet. Yeah, that would be sweet.
Everyone
we get nothing.
Spoiler.
The only thing we get is knowing that you're not playing in the playoffs.
You know, you guys are playing the last couple of weeks or no?
No idea, bro.
I mean, you might have that chance.
I don't look ahead.
You might have that chance. See, I've said all I have to say on the Eagles. These guys don't deserve my attention until they win another game. Side note to Milton.
Had the perfect bounce back game too, like the Hawks. It's supposed to be it.
It was a weird bounce back game. Jalen had the flu. They were playing a team they hadn't beaten since 2008. They've never beaten Pete Carroll.
Dude, the Hawks used to be so nasty.
They did. Mike Holmgren.
Legion of Boom.
Oh, that was after Mike Holmgren, but still, like, they've all in my entire life, the Seahawks have played the Eagles tough. My whole life.
I wonder why that is just one of those weird.
It's weird, right? Yeah, because the players are different.
Right.
You know, the coaches are different. Well, Pete.
You know what? It's kind of like the Pats and the Ravens.
Yeah, that's true. The Ravens usually have the Pats number for whatever reason.
Epic dude. I'll never forget a playoff game, Pats Ravens, maybe 2014 or 15. Justin Tucker botches the kick.
Oof.
Sends the Pats to the next round of the playoffs, dude. Oh my God, that was sweet.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was good.
Justin Tucker. That doesn't happen often.
No, bro. It was. We had written that game off. You know, like we're going home, and he misses the kick. It felt so good.
Yeah, it's like the double doink in Chicago. I remember the year after the Eagles won the Super Bowl. We were in Chicago for the playoffs. Chicago kicker had a chance to win it last second. It hit both uprights, and we won. It was great.
That's so wild.
Yeah. We went on to lose to the Saints the next week, but whatever. That's part of being an Eagles fan. You fucking get your hopes up.
Was it no, it wasn't the same year. It was a few years later. The Saints lost that epic one in Minnesota. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Diggs, bro.
The Diggs one?
Oh, my God, dude. What a fucking play.
And I've watched that play 100 times, and I still don't understand what the fuck that safety was doing.
A pick does nothing for you right there.
It doesn't make any sense.
Hitting him and causing a fumble does nothing. All you got to do is just make the tackle. You can even let him catch it and then just hug him.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Play
weird,
it conservatively.
Bro.
I don't know what he was doing.
As conservative as possible. Like it's the weirdest.
Put on the brakes. You know, you don't get to go in there 100 miles an hour and try and.
It's so strange.
That was fucking weird, dude. That goes. You know what? That safety should have been in my lifetime Jackass when we did that earlier. He should have been up there.
You could put him there.
I could. I should have.
You could also put Pete Carroll there. Super Bowl against the Pats.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. Lifetime Jackass is a lot of good ones.
When you think of the stage, though, that's tough to beat. You have the Super Bowl one.
Yeah.
You have arguably the most dominant 2 to 3 yard guaranteed running back ever in the history, you know, aside from fucking, I don't know.
You have a guy on your team who runs the ball and his name is Beast Mode.
Yeah,
you know, that's all you need to know.
Why are you ever passing there, bro?
All right, let's rip into fantasy here real quick. We're 48 minutes in, baby. This is fun, huh? We're fucking flying through this.
Yeah, man, I'm having a blast.
Fantasy. So you don't partake much in fantasy football, huh?
I do every single year. I suck though, you know. Over the past 3 years, I really haven't paid attention to it. I used to be the guy that earned W's. You know, I'd be getting
the waiver
trades.
wire, huh?
I'd be the waiver wire guy. I'd be like up late at night researching. You know, everybody's kind of like sleeper list and saying, all right, you know, I like that. Let's make that play. If somebody was hurt, I was the first guy to try to go, you know, snag the backup.
Oh, hated you guys.
Now the past 3 years, I'm like, you know what? Set it and forget it. Now, 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in, I'm that guy where Milton is texting me at Sunday at 2 o'clock. He's like, yo, you never subbed this guy out. He's injured. What are you doing? I'm like, thanks for telling me 2 hours into game time, you prick. He's like, well, I can't give you an unfair advantage. I'm like, you could just shut up and leave me alone then. How about that? I wouldn't have known shit until Monday morning.
All right. He's just like, I want to let you know.
I hadn't logged in until week 4 until today. I was talking to you, and my team is, 4-10.
4-10. Wow, you managed to win 4 games.
4-9. Yeah, well, I won.
Not changing your lineup.
I won 2, and then I just quit after that. I was like 2-4, 2-5. I'm like, I'm done.
I should have done that this year for our work league. I would have saved myself a lot of heartache. I beat Jay, though, so I'm happy about that.
Gocha?
Yeah, I beat Gocha.
That's fantasy. Who's managing his team? I'm not buying that for a second.
I'll tell you what, dude. The GOAT's been active, man. He's been in there. I'll get notifications late at night. He's dropping players and shit, picking them up.
Something's not adding up.
Yeah.
Something's not adding up.
It was fun though. It was fun having him in the league and trash talking. You know who I think is gonna win? Steve out there. I think Steve Team Veda.
He's good. Yeah.
He finished 3rd in our league, but I think he's gonna win.
Babe.
I think he's gonna win. I don't want to give too many things away. I got a couple surprises for the people in our league. Yeah.
As long as Cobra Kai doesn't win, I'm cool.
He could.
Yeah,
he just beat West this week. Sanderson just beat West.
That same stupid name for the past 20 years.
Yeah. Oh, Sanderson, poor Sanderson. But yeah, I got a little surprise for the people in our work league. I got a nice little surprise for first place, and I got a nice little surprise for last place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing that bums me about our league. You know, first of all, we have different commissioners every fucking year. It's one of the Schiavone brothers. And we never do anything fun like make last place, have to go in an intersection and give out
join our
strange
work league,
blowjobs.
baby. Come join ours.
Yeah.
I'm the commissioner of ours, dude.
Excuse me. What do you do for
it's
have you
surprise.
ever done anything for last place?
This is the first year I've been commissioned. JP was the commish last year.
Did he do anything for last place?
We didn't do anything for either. I mean,
watched-
obviously there's a prize pool,
Yeah, of course.
But there was no special. No.
Like dunce.
He was actually the last place last year, so he had his
that's
problem.
why there was no punishment.
Yeah. I came in 7th. I missed the playoffs by 1 spot this year. Joe Sock knocked me out.
Yeah, I'm in 8th right now. So you came in 7th this year.
7th out of 12.
8th, and I haven't touched You're not good at fantasy, huh?
No, dude, I drafted terrible. I had a terrible plan. Excuse me. So my plan going in is to just draft wide receivers. I was just gonna pepper my lineup with wide receivers and just fucking pray to God that
one of them worked out.
Well, not one of them, but like my goal was so I had a whole bench basically of starting wide receivers.
What were you trying to do? Have some trade bait?
Trade bait, depth, all that kind of good stuff. But in the process, I totally neglected my running back position, and I had nobody.
Running back is wishy-washy unless you got like one of the top 4. Everybody's kind of like running back by committee. You know what I mean?
It's wishy-washy unless you got one of the top ones.
Passes, man.
Or unless you have to be one of those first people on the waiver wire to get those. There's always like 3 or 4 running backs each year that are new. Yeah. It's those people who are first to the waiver wire early that get those guys right off the bat. And I swear to God, I was like, I'd get people the next day, and people in our league already put waivers in from 12 hours before me. I'm like, will you fucking people even sleep? You guys are up there at midnight making fucking switches and shit.
Dude, there was a year where I had was it Jamal Charles or Kareem Hunt?
They're both good. Back in the day,
bro, whatever one happened the very same year where Kamara just went off, I had both of them.
Oh,
dude, I remember beating little Mikey Schiavone by like 40 in the Super Bowl. He was like, yo, this shit's not fair. He texted me one to know he was in the playoffs. I'm sorry. He goes, yo, I think I got this one because he was down like 40 points. Or he was up like 40 points. And then we just watched the game and Kareem Hunt or Jamal Charles, one of them, bro, one of those fucking Chiefs.
It must have been Kareem back in the
5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns in one game. I'm like, yeah, GG, buddy.
Oh, my God. He must have scored like 50 points or something for you.
Oh, my God. It was wild.
God damn. Those are the best. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, dude. It was just a luck, like you don't expect them to just break. Both of them just went off that year.
But there's preparation involved there, right? They say that luck is... Oh, no. They say success is preparation meets luck or something like that.
Luck is when timing meets skill.
Opportunity meets preparation.
I don't
yeah, I don't know. I think we're a few too many iNews deep.
Expectations being real.
Yeah.
Appearing real. Smart.
All right, yeah. So we're moving on to picks here. It's a foregone conclusion that fucking fantasy fucking sucks this year. I came in 7th as the commissioner.
If you're doing good at fantasy this year, you're a virgin. That's the problem. We're out getting ass while you're on the waiver wire, you losers.
All right, we're gonna go into picks here. So we're just gonna fucking rip right into it. Tonight we have the Saints Thursday night football
Yeah, I like
Saints and
LA.
Rams.
Am I just giving you my pick?
Yeah, give me the pick, baby. You don't have to. You can give me a sentence analysis if you'd like. We're just trying to keep it a little bit shorter, though.
I like to keep it shorter. What do you mean?
Just like,
Not
just
talking too much?
yeah. Don't talk about like a half an hour about each game. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you have a sentence or two.
Rams.
Okay. Rams versus the Saints. Yeah. I'll take the
I'm
Rams
married,
too.
bro. I know when to shut up.
No, I wasn't telling you to shut up, baby. I wouldn't do that.
I say the Rams because I'm just gonna tell you a little story about how I grew up.
Yeah.
No, okay. You're like, keep it short. I'm like, well.
Well, I was interested there. I thought you had a story about the fucking
started
Rams.
in '93.
In St. Louis.
You ever watch the show Ballers?
No.
Oh, okay, then you won't get it. But yeah, Rams.
All right, let's move on. We got the Bengals at the Steelers.
Bengals.
Bengals, huh?
Yeah,
I like
Steelers
that.
suck, bro. The
You know
Pats beat them.
The Bengals are playing without Joe
Burrow.
Burrow, and they've been
Yeah.
winning without him. Isn't that
Yes,
fucking
sir.
weird, dude? And we're both picking them too. I'm taking the Bengals as well. We both got the Rams and Bengals. Chargers and Bills. Well, I should
Where
say
is
Bills at the Chargers, so it's in LA.
Okay, then Bills.
No Justin Herbert either.
I'm sorry. It's in L.A.
No Justin Herbert.
No Justin
I'm
Herbert.
taking
I know.
the Bills.
I know because I saw him. He's my quarterback on fantasy, and he's injured. I'm like, oh, fuck.
I think they got killed by the Raiders like 60-10 last week. The Chargers.
Oh my god, bro! It was like 62 to.
Yeah, it was a lot to
It was
a little.
wild. Yeah,
What?
I'm going Bills.
I was gonna say you want to be an outlier there, and
No,
So-
not on that one.
all right, we
Maybe
both got
on-
all three of the same.
I might go an outlier in a couple games, but
That's
Commanders Jets.
yeah. Commanders at Jets.
I'll probably go Commanders there.
That's tough.
They both suck.
They do both suck.
It's like I don't know. Whoa,
But you know
okay.
what? I'm going to go ahead and take the Jets because I think they're still holding out hope for A-Rod to come back and maybe win a game or something, you know?
Really?
Not that it would matter because I think they're out of the. I don't
Why
know.
does that matter this game? You think they're going to have him play this game?
No, I don't think they would have him play this game. But I think if you're like, all right, our leader is waiting in the wings. You know what I mean? I think that kind of gets people up more.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
They could get blown out though. I don't know. Fuck. We got the Lions at the Vikings.
I'll go Vikings.
You know what the score of the Vikings game last week
Sneaky
was?
little upset? No.
3-0. They won. I picked them though.
Oh, yes, dude. I was really rooting for the 0-0 tie, bro. That would have been
Dude.
epic, dude.
Oh, it really would be.
Yeah.
Honestly, it'd be so boring. But
Wait,
so
who did
epic
they
at the
play
same
last
time.
week?
Let's see who they play.
Yeah, I know that the score was 3-0 because I had whoever they played. I think I had them plus 2.5.
you bet on that
Fucking
game, dude.
schmucks.
I guess it wasn't last week. It was the Bengals.
But whoever they play, I know that game.
It was
you're
2
talking
weeks
about.
ago, I guess.
Fuck.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago they lost 3-0 to the Raiders.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
definitely took the
fucking
Raiders.
wild?
I took the Raiders in the points. It's not wild. It's rigged.
No, bro, that's wild. Think about it. 1 week the Raiders score zero
They
points.
scored 62.
The very next week they score 63. What the fuck?
It's a joke.
Yeah, it basically is a joke. Like, what's going on? All right, so Vikings, Lions at Vikings. You gonna stick with the Vikings?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vikings. I like that little upset. I don't know. The Vikings they scream upset to me.
Okay, I like it. I'm gonna take the Lions though. I like Dan Campbell, him biting kneecaps and shit. I
I'd
love
really like to see the Lions. You know, like I like teams. One of the most fun Super Bowls to watch recently was when Cincinnati was in there. Just seeing these
Bengals?
teams that are never there. Who they play?
True.
LA.
It's very true.
You know, teams that are just never there to be like, all right, this is fun. This is new.
Yeah, I like
it's
that,
not
yeah.
the Pats. It's not the fucking
That's
Eagles.
what makes the
It's not
NFL so awesome.
AFC. I mean, Pat Mahomes.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
them.
That's what makes football so great. You don't know, like, there's always like a handful of teams that are good that you didn't expect to be good, and you're like, whoa, where do these fucking guys come from?
Right,
you know,
right,
like,
right.
yeah, let's see. We got the Browns at the Texans. I don't know if CJ Stroud's playing that
That's
little
what I
hot
was just gonna
shot.
Ask you.
He's still got a concussion. I don't think he's. I don't
Who's
think
their
he's.
backup?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm gonna go with the Browns personally. I'll tell you because the Browns have been winning, man. Even though they have their both quarterbacks are out this game. Both starting quarterbacks are out.
Well, I'll go Texans then, just so I'm not a cuck.
I like it. I like it. Nobody wants to be a cuck. All right, let's see.
I'm betting against whoever. I'm betting on whoever the Panthers are playing.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
so you got the Packers.
They could be
You know
playing
what?
UConn, bro. I'd bet take UConn.
Yeah, we both got the Packers in this game. The Packers have been upsetting lately, but neither one of us believe in the Panthers, I'm pretty sure. Seahawks to Titans. I'm going to go Titans because I want the...
You want the Seahawks to be punished for
Fuck
what they
them.
did
Yeah,
to you?
exactly. You got
I
it.
get it.
Exactly.
I like Tennessee too. I'll rock with you on that one.
You like Tennessee? All right, I like it.
Damn, there are a lot of shitty matchups this week.
Oh,
dude.
trash
What the
games,
fuck
dude.
is
Colts
this,
at Falcons, trash games. Colts have been playing well. Falcons have been playing bad.
Yeah.
This could be an upset, though, in Atlanta. I don't know. I'm going to go with Colts, though, because I'm all about the Minshew mania. I like Gardner Minshew. Hashtag Van
Andrew
Life.
Luck. Remember Andrew Luck?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I'm probably with you on that one. I go Colts.
Poor Andrew Luck. Guy just got hurt every year.
It was back, right? It's back, and he was
He
just
kept
like,
getting hurt.
what? I don't want to be banged up my whole life.
Yeah, and
he had so much potential.
I don't blame the guy, dude. Like if I were to tell you, I'll pay you millions of dollars to make you famous, but when you're 45, you're not going to be able to run around with your kids.
No shot.
You know,
bro. Who was that running back dude that was nasty? Retired in his prime from Houston.
Oh, Arian Foster.
Arian Foster, bro.
He says the NFL scripted.
Yes, man. Did you see him
Huge
on Rogan's
conspiracy
podcast?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that.
That was a fun one to watch. Not
Huge
only did that, but
theorist.
he aired the shit out of the NCAA. It's like, bro, they didn't give a shit, dude. They would just lie about our test scores, lie about going to class. All they cared was that we were in the field making money for them. And he's like, I'm not going to do it anymore. That's weird, though, to say that it's scripted. Did you see it was like a good 2-week round of internet memes, and it would be like Tom Brady, like, when he's like Tom Brady reading his script for his NFL career.
I did see that one. Yeah.
Oh, it was so great. Aaron Hernandez is like reading his script. It's like,
damn.
Those memes were epic, man. I love the internet.
Dude, the internet's undefeated. Undefeated
good,
since
man.
day one.
What I love now is, especially with like TikTok and Reels, there are some funny motherfuckers out there that have a platform to share that comedy with the world, man. Just the shit that I see, I'm like, yo, how did he think of this?
And it's the best part of, like, those people would never be, those people would never have a platform back in the day where it was just TV and radio.
Yeah, and that's just comedians. Same goes for musicians and, like, I don't know, whatever else, artsy people.
Anything. The fact that we could just start up a podcast, have a podcast channel and a voice, and no one's like,
you don't need a production company. You don't need anything.
Yeah, I mean, well, we got some pretty good equipment, but
no, but what I'm saying, if you didn't, bro, all you would need is a phone.
It's very true.
You could do it with a phone
true.
and a fucking, internet connection.
Dude, I remember when I first started video editing in the early 2000s. Dude, the stuff, the stuff available now.
Anybody can make quality content with technology.
Honestly, honestly, I think anybody could make a feature film today
with the types of camera. I mean, with their iPhone.
Yeah. With all the tools that are available, if you just took the time to do it, which is a lot of things really even is just taking the time to do it and try. But how do we get onto this?
I don't know. I'm drunk, bro.
I don't know either. Me too. All right, so we both got the Colts.
He's like, where am I?
Dude, I don't even know.
Fuck.
The blue lights.
I told you I'm not really a super sports guy, but I'll get you talking.
It's the blue lights. All right. Let's see. Let's get that 2-6 sports bag on that bitch. All right. So let's see. Jaguars at the Buccaneers. I'll tell you what. The Jaguars have been playing real shitty lately, but I think they're due. I think it's time that they turn it around. I'm gonna go the Jags.
I can't. I'm going Bucks.
Bucks at home. Fun fact, if the playoffs ended today, the Eagles would play the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay.
They win that game though.
I hope.
I think they win.
They beat Tampa earlier in the year, but man, the way they've played these last 3 games, it really feels like it's a different Eagles team.
It depends who the refs are. It depends what they're called.
Yeah. I mean, I never want to. This is one thing is I never want to blame it on the refs. No,
I was joking about the game plan.
Oh, it's very true. Yeah. Nick Sirianni, what do you got dialed up? Better talk to the refs about that one. So let's see. We get the Cowboys at the Dolphins.
Prime time, baby. That should be awesome.
That'll get flexed first of all, but we get the Cowboys.
We got
at the Dolphins.
flexed out of Monday night, didn't we? First time ever in NFL history.
Can you blame them? I don't want to watch the Patriots.
You know what that feels like, bro? I heard you guys talking about it, but Pats had to be top 5 most primetime games the last 20 years. I know you guys went 1 and 2, right? It was Cowboys and Philly. Pats have to be up there. Maybe the Giants, but
honestly couldn't tell you.
It's a big market.
I know
team.
the Giants are up there. The Jets are up there too, I believe.
No, you got to think it's definitely teams like Philly, Dallas, maybe Green Bay, Giants, and the Pats. It's the money. The big
Steelers.
Steelers could be in there, but The Pats had to be. But anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they were. I mean, the Patriots have been so good for so long that
Cowboys, Dolphins. I'm going Cowboys. I got a lot.
You going Cowboys here?
Yeah, it's regular season. You know, they're gonna do their thing until the playoffs.
You think they just got their asses kicked by the Bills?
They did.
So I'm gonna go Dolphins because
Tua?
not because of Tua. First of all, I think Brock Purdy is better than Tua. I think Tua is a bigger game manager than Brock Purdy is.
Excuse me.
But I would take. I'm taking the Dolphins here because Mike McDaniel's the coach.
Okay.
I think he knows how to scheme against this Dolphins. I mean, against this Cowboys
he's
D.
another one, huh? Just fun. It's fun to watch. Good energy. Every clip I see of him
dude,
is like
Mike
dope.
McDaniels is awesome.
Yeah.
You see those videos of him in the tunnel? So there'll be the cameraman following him.
And he hides and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, he'll
I
hide and
fucking
shit
love
behind
it,
like
bro.
objects. I love that guy.
Yeah.
He's fucking funny, man.
That's good. That's really good for football, man.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
good to have good energy.
And the fact that he's a really good coach too. Like he's not like
he's like a recovering addict too, right? I think he was an
I
alcoholic.
did
He's
not know
sober
that,
now.
but I
Yeah,
could totally picture it.
Yeah, he's sober
I
now,
could
bro.
totally. Yeah, that guy looks like he liked to have a good time.
Yeah,
Mike McDaniels.
That's a dangerous combo, huh? Like being an addict and being rich as fuck. Woo.
Oh yeah, dude. That'll F you up. You ever watch the show Ink Master?
The tattoos?
Yeah.
I've seen episodes, never like committed to watching it.
So it just reminded me. I think it was season 3 or 4. The guy named Scott. He won. He ended up dying because of a heroin
Did he have
overdose.
tattoos?
Huh?
Yeah, tattoos, right?
Oh yeah, he was on Ink Master.
Trying to pretend I know who you're talking about.
So
Bear?
he won
Bear?
100. Yeah, I don't remember.
Piercings?
but my point is he won Ink Master.
Made some money.
$100,000. He seemed like a cool guy. And then
dude.
R.I.P. My girlfriend told me after we finished the thing, yeah, he died of a heroin overdose.
That's 100K. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's not even a ton of money.
Well, this
So
was
these
this was
fools
about
got
10
millions.
years ago.
Gotcha. So it's probably worth.
Yeah, 100K 10 years ago is a lot more than it is today.
Yeah, no shit.
Isn't that fucking weird?
So wild. Bro.
Hashtag Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's very weird, man. Like
But
10 years ago, 100 years ago, I mean, 100K was like, you made it. You're a 6-figure guy.
Dude.
Like, you're getting the big house, the Benz.
So you want to hear a crazy stat?
Now it's like, hey, man, you get to buy name brand milk. You're making 100.
Yeah, dude. Hey, we get to get a bag of chips and
Yeah,
some
no
snacks
shit.
when we go to the grocery
Yeah,
store instead
exactly.
of just essentials.
With Nai and ramen tonight,
Yeah.
baby.
But a crazy stat before we get back to our picks. In 2019, if you put 100K into your bank account, you know how much that's worth today?
In just a bank account?
Yep. Didn't
Little
touch
regular
it.
fucking-
Didn't touch it. Regular bank account, no interest earned, 100K from 2019.
What?
You get a guess? Give me a guess.
62,000.
Wow, that's all right. I wish I didn't have you guess because you guessed way lower, but it's a little under 80K today.
Gotcha.
Think about that. That's insane. Out of 100K, over 20K is just
So it's basically like the value of a dollar went down 20%.
yeah. It's just inflation. That's what fiat currency is. You print money. There's nothing backing it up. So buy Bitcoin.
Football and fiat currency, baby. That's what we're talking about.
I was gonna say too. Also, in the description below, click the link to get $10 free in Bitcoin.
Really? You got sponsors?
Affiliate links.
Oh, I like that shit.
Yep. You join Coinbase, open up a wallet, you get $10 free in Bitcoin. So,
Shit.
Yep. All right, so we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Chicago Bears. Wow, this is an exciting matchup.
The Bears. I'm going to Bears.
I got the Bears too. Justin Fields has been playing better as of late.
I think he's got a solid future.
I'll tell you what, I was not a Justin Fields believer, and after this year, I'm still not. But I think he's better than he was his first year. You know, so I think he's good enough to beat the Cardinals. I don't believe in Jonathan Gannon, that fucking snake. That guy, the coach of the Cardinals, dude. And the owner. They're both total snakes.
Really?
Yeah. And think about it. So if we worked for a total snake, how motivated would you be to work? You're to do a good job, you know? Well, it depends on how big the reward is, right?
Depends on
Sticking
what kind
carrot.
of... No, I'm kidding. Man. No, of course. It's funny, man. We won't get into that because I feel like we could both go on for days, but the person we work for
Love
is
him. Oh.
it's the opposite of a snake.
Oh, my God.
And
Makes
I
it
feel
so
like I
easy to
speak
work
for
hard.
so many people where we would do anything he needed at any time. Yeah.
And it's the opposite of that with the Cardinals, which is why I'm
Right,
taking
right.
the Bears.
Bears.
Yeah, the Bears. So we got the Patriots at the Broncos.
Obviously,
Pats? You
Bro,
taking
I
the
don't
Pats?
care who they're fucking playing. I'm picking the Pats every week.
I like it.
I
like
bet
it.
the Pats money line every single week.
You're even putting your money on them, dude. I love it.
No
Wow,
shit.
you've lost a lot of money this
Oh,
year.
yeah. It's been a tough year, man. Every week, I'm like, this is the week. They're upset. Hey, I was right when we played the Bills, though, bitch.
You were. I'm taking the Broncos here because...
Because you're a hater.
Oh, you know what, though? I am a hater. I might rethink this.
You should.
Sean Payton. Ooh, I'm all right. I'm taking the pass. I'm taking the pass. I
converted them, boys.
Yeah, no, you didn't convert me. I'm not a Patriots
I
fan.
almost came in here with a Seahawks hat on, but I didn't want to be an asshole.
Oh God, that would have made me. That would have made me upset. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Pats too. I think. Speaking of people quitting on their coach, I think the Broncos players are quitting on Sean Payton because he quit on them last week. So I think there's going to be an uprising in Denver. All right,
it's wild how leadership is just a big deal. Whether no matter how high up the mountain you are, leadership is still relevant.
Without leadership, talent is just directionless. You know, you need to have a lane. You know what I mean? So what's a Ferrari in the middle of a desert?
Nothing.
With no roads.
No direction.
It's nothing. You need a lane. You need a road to drive on, and that talent will be able to fucking excel, you know? But without it...
You got shit.
Yep, exactly.
You right.
Raiders at Chiefs. I got the Chiefs. That's pretty cut and dry.
Is it?
I'm taking the Chiefs. Go ahead and take the Raiders. Go ahead. I dare you.
So I think, I mean, it's hard, too, because I'd like to see the Raiders when I love the underdog story. But, I mean, they did just put up 100 points. But, I mean, I'd be stupid to not pick the Chiefs. But the Chiefs didn't look phenomenal last week against the Pats either.
Take the Raiders.
I'll go Raiders. Well, is this counting for something? You're writing everything down.
Yeah, you die
what am I
if you get it
committing
wrong.
to
No.
right here? Shit, bro. He's like, oh, yeah, it's $100 a loss, dude.
Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, yeah. All right, so you got the Raiders. I'll take the Chiefs. So, whoa, baby, look at this.
What we got?
I just noticed this. We got 3 Christmas Day games on Christmas Day, Monday.
Ooh.
Isn't that
1, 4,
something,
and 8.
dude? We're starting with the Raiders and Chiefs.
I love that they didn't do no dumb shit and start at 9 either. They're like, no, open your gifts, do your thing. This is brilliant.
1 o'clock, dude?
This is brilliant.
Everyone's going to rather be around their TV watching football than talking to their family.
You know who doesn't like this? The NBA. Because the NBA always does Christmas.
They do.
Yeah.
NFL owns Christmas now.
Yeah. This is the first year, though, right? Unless Christmas was on a Sunday.
I don't know.
I don't remember Christmas Day games.
I remember 2017 when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Christmas Eve, the Eagles beat the Raiders. Remember that? Christmas Eve. So it was a Christmas Eve game.
Well, bro, was Christmas Eve on a Sunday?
It might have been.
That's incredibly relevant.
It might have been, actually, now that I think about it. All right. So, all right. Either way, Giants, Eagles, Christmas Day. I'm obviously taking my boys. I'm going to take the Eagles to beat Tommy Cutlets. You taking Tommy Cannoli?
No, I can't.
Dude, you can't
Again, I'd like to see. I just love the underdog story, but
yeah, you can't take Tommy Cannoli if you're being serious, right?
Nah.
All Eagles. All right, and last game of the week, we got the Ravens. This is a fucking game, dude. Ravens at 49ers?
Yeah, this is a good game.
So this is where I bet with my heart. I'm taking the Ravens because I hate the 49ers.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm going to go purely out of disrespect to Milton. I'm going to take the Ravens. Ooh. And I'm saying that only because, man, we played football on Thanksgiving, and I love Milton from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, yeah, me too. Love that guy.
Hate
his team.
I was dropping dimes to this guy on Thanksgiving, and he's got absolute stone hands with no fingers. He couldn't catch anything. So for that, I need the Niners to lose.
All right. So we got our picks in.
Love you, Milt.
Yep, Milton. I'll have you back on when the 49ers are eliminated from the playoffs. All right, so those are our picks, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you got anything else that you'd like to add, my friend? Any
No, man. Thanks for having me on. This was a lot of fun, dude.
Of course.
I enjoy watching it. You do a good job, good structure. I just love watching the fucking the podcast grow and the channel get better. It's good.
Awesome.
I got nothing.
Appreciate you, man.
Beat the ref.
Thank you. Yep, exactly. Beat the refs. You hear that, Nick Sirianni? You fucking dope, dude. Oh God. All right. Oh, we're not gonna get back into Nick Sirianni and my jackass of the week because this podcast will end up being 2.5 hours long. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you comment down below. Comment your picks. Let us know if you think we're fucking wrong. Let us know your jackass of the week. Don't be shy, people. Let us know. Comment down below. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next week.